Finally this evening, a former firefighter who took up wildlife photography after an accident is creating a disability guide to some of our region's most beautiful outdoor spaces. And these, aren't they stunning, are some of his amazing images. And now Peter Lau from Huddersfield is sharing what he learns about the places he visits to help other people with disabilities and the access to the countryside. Sally Hurst reports.
Wildlife photography takes Peter Lau all over the country, discovering beautiful outdoor spaces like here at RSPB Oldmoor near Barnsley, capturing nature at its finest.
The outdoors, for me, since becoming paralysed in 2014, has been a lifesaver. Laid in a hospital bed for almost a year, striving to get back out and try and... I see it as almost trying to reclaim a little bit of the old Peter Lau back, in that you get out into the open and you're doing something like you did before in a different way. And certainly through lockdown and prior to lockdown, it's been absolutely my saviour.
But accessing the countryside as a wheelchair user has its challenges.
I never really thought about disabled access prior to my accident because you just take it for granted. But when you suddenly find yourself dependent on wheels, then an adverse camber on a path, a step, even a small step can be a barrier.
Now Peter has started a website to help other disabled people access the outdoors.
On his website, Accessible Nature, Peter writes detailed descriptions of routes, including key information like blue badge parking, whether ramps are available and the condition of the ground. It means other disabled people and their families can plan and enjoy a day out in the great outdoors.
Pete offered to come round and give his bird's eye view, as it were, of our accessibility, and he's come up with some really good suggestions that we're going to take on board. We aim to make our nature reserves across the country as accessible as possible.
I've got my trusty steed here, my wonderful Merlin, and we've come out and we explore. But yeah, give it a go, and build up your confidence is what I did.
Over the past few years, nature has nurtured Peter's soul, and now he wants others to experience the calm, joy and peace that being outdoors can bring.
I can just sit down here on accessible paths like we've got around us today, and there are so many around that I've found, and just observe nature come to me. Listen to that. We've got a lovely bird singing behind us. What more could you ask for? It's such a beautiful thing to be able to do.